the college football national title game, Indiana versus Miami in Miami, home game for the Canes. Doesn't matter, though, because they're an 8.5-point dog. Over under 47.5. Dylan, everybody and their mother is taking Indiana. Indiana this, Indiana that. Cignetti is so much better than Cristobal, which there's no discounting that. But are too many people on the Hoosiers?
I'll start by saying this. I absolutely love whenever Super Bowl national championship neutral site, there's a team from that city that is playing there, like Tampa Bay with the Super Bowl, however many years ago that was with Tom Brady. I love that stuff. So this is great for Miami. My boss is a Miami fan. I'm going to be very boring with this game. If you're expecting a Dylan grandiose, let's make some people mad, you're not going to get it. Because I do think Indiana is just clearly the much better team here, and it's what everybody's doing. Opened at 7.5. We're now like 8.5, 9. Here's my game plan. I think Miami has one of the best defenses in college football, at least in creating havoc. However, we've seen inefficiencies when trying to run the ball. They're 98th in rush EPA per rush attempt. Defensively, 79th against the rush in terms of EPA allowed. I'm going to wait for it to get to 10, and I'm going to take Miami. That's my game plan. I think Indiana wins. If you're saying, hey, what side are you taking right now? I'm probably taking Indiana. It just feels so dirty because I know that's what everybody's doing. You look at Indiana's path to the playoffs, they blow out Alabama. They blow out Oregon. It's square, it's simple. I'm going to wait and maybe get Miami 10. That's what I'm going to do. But if I have to pick right now, I'm going Indiana.
Connor?
I think this might just be the year of destiny for Indiana, and Dylan's right. It's boring. It's what everybody's doing, but it's the truth. I'd rather be right than unpopular. Does that work? Does that work here? I'd rather be right than different. I don't know. I'd rather be right than different. Yeah. So I'm going to pick
Indiana. Right than wrong.
Yeah, I'd rather be right than wrong. Yeah. I need credibility on this show. I'm picking the Hoosiers. Look, if you're Miami, this is the thing. They beat Ole Miss. I thought that was a great game. I picked them in that game. Carson Beck still didn't have an amazing game, if we're being honest. He did enough. When you play against Indiana and this Indiana defense and the offense, you have to be perfect. That's the only path for Miami is perfect. You can't have a turnover. You can't have Carson Beck have 2 interceptions or fumble the ball in the red zone because Indiana's going to make you pay. And the only path to victory I see is if Carson Beck has the game of his career, 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, or if the Miami defense has like 8 sacks. That's the only way Miami's going to win this game. Because if you make one single mistake, or if you just play good, not great, Indiana's making you pay. They're a well-oiled machine. Mendoza makes just about every right decision. If you don't get pressure on him, he is going to move the ball up and down the field on you, and you won't even know what happened. It's going to be 21-0. So I'm picking Indiana here. I think it will be close for a while, but I could see them kind of breaking away, pulling away in the end, and winning by double digits.
Yeah, in these national title previews, it's always tricky because it always feels like there's one heavily bet team on one side where everybody's picking 2019 LSU or 2020 Bama or, what was it, 21 Georgia when they played TCU or 22? I can't remember the years exactly. But everybody's on the Georgia, the heavy favorite side, and it still didn't matter at that point. They still blew them out. Now, the difference in this one is I think Miami covers, and I think they keep this close. I think it's a much, much closer game than what people realize. I think.
Why is that? Why do they keep it close?
The trenches. I think Miami not just on the defensive line, but I think Miami's offensive line is that much better than Indiana's too. I think they keep this close. I think it's that defense is violent, man. And I know Indiana's played Oregon and Ohio State this year. You play, Big Ten, say what you want about the Big Ten. I think this Miami defense is just different than those. I don't think this Ohio State defense had that same fight and that same violence that this Miami defense has. I think they can get to Mendoza. I think they can make some things happen in this one. The problem is I can't pick Miami to win outright because in no way in this world am I picking Cignetti, or am I picking Cristobal over Cignetti in a one-off game? I just can't. And I saw Cristobal after the game with SVP. If you're getting mad at Scott Van Pelt over something, that says so much about you. How stupid, just how ridiculous you are. How just your ego and how fragile you are that you're getting mad at Scott Van Pelt. Nobody asks more fair and better questions than Scott Van Pelt in sports media. Get the F out of here, Mario Cristobal. Meanwhile, you're taking QB kneels against Georgia Tech. Yeah, I know that was a couple years ago. I'm still bringing it up because you didn't know you had to take a QB kneel. Get the F out of here. Also, Carson Beck, can he be the game manager? At some point, he's going to have to be able to. He made the throws against Ole Miss. I get it.
Yeah.
Ole Miss. Is Carson Beck going to be the what?
I don't know what. I probably effed up what I was going to say.
Game manager.
I was going to say game manager.
Okay.
Right. Did I stop at GA?
Huh?
Did I stop? He's going to be the game.
I'm just saying you pronounce that a certain way. Scott Van Pelt might have something to say about it. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I think that's confirmed. Carson Beck. We don't have to worry about that with Carson Beck.
Okay. So Carson Beck, not a game manager.
Not a game manager. But
game manager. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm going Indiana wins this one 21-24, and it's just tight. But I don't think Carson Beck can get it done.
I think you're right. I think you're right about the trenches. Real quick, is Miami's offensive line is going to have to also have a game of their life. They're going to have to get Mark Fletcher, Chamar Brown going early, because otherwise Indiana's going to go up 2 scores, and then it's an obvious passing down every down from then on out. Then Carson Beck's throwing the ball 45 times, which I don't think is the way for Miami to win. I think they do need to try to establish the run a little bit earlier, which they can do. I think Miami, you're right. Miami's offensive line's been great, especially in this playoff run. It seems like this is just the year from destiny from Indiana. I really do think that.
Carson Beck.
Go ahead.
Carson Beck, deep passes, 12 or more air yards outside of the hashes against Ole Miss, 0 for 6, a total of negative 3.64 total EPA. That's something, we even had an issue with that going into the Ole Miss game, looking at his numbers from Ohio State.
Wait. Didn't he have outside? So sideline
outside the hashes. He was 1 for 1 with that one deep ball down the middle. So 1 for 1, 52 yards. So 1 for 7. But outside the hashes, it didn't look great. I don't know. I just have concerns about if the game's in Carson Beck's hands, do we feel that confident about it?
And I don't. But I think this Miami defense can get a pick 6 on Mendoza, and I think they can.
I think that's fair.
I think they can wreak havoc. And if you're Miami, you're trying to just recreate that Penn State game plan. Do exactly what Penn State did against Indiana, and try to make that happen. There's just not many paths for Miami to win this game. But
can we do the song and dance again like we did with Oregon, Indiana? Does this game sway the number 1 pick conversation? Does Carson Beck catapult himself to the number 1 pick if Miami wins this game?
I will say, I know it ended up being like a blowout, and Dante Moore didn't look great in that game, but if you're a Raiders fan watching that game, you were like, this is unbelievable. I'm so happy with Mendoza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And also, and I know I keep saying I'm giving Miami all the praises and everything. I'm rooting for Indiana. I do not want Miami to win this game.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Not an
I
ACC
cannot
guy.
stand Mario Cristobal.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Great point, Connor. Great point. Mr. ACC over there.
If Duke made the playoff,
Big
are
Ten?
they the national title?
Oh.
Yes, they're the – okay, this is simple math here. The third-place ACC team is playing for the national title. What would happen if the first-place ACC team played in the playoff?
Or second?
Neutral field, hypothetical line, Duke minus 4.5 against Indiana, probably?
Probably.
Some are saying. That's
Cignetti
even a little
interviewed
low.
for the Duke job when he was leaving JMU.
Duke turned him down, right?
No, we didn't just get him.
Did Duke post the graphic? Kurt Cignetti's interviewed for the Duke head coaching vacancy.
I just got one of those Stefanski interviewed for the Dolphins job while we were recording. Just got one of those breaking news.
I've seen 10 Stefanski graphics. It's like, Stefanski interview with this team, Stefanski interview with that team.
Yeah, we need to make one where it's just like it can be even a picture of me, just like interview, and it's like a McDonald's graphic.
Yeah. Breaking. Carter
Or
Baughan just ordered Little Caesars.
Whenever you know how all these dudes ordered, whenever all these dudes do the Raising Cane's thing for the photo op or whatever, and it's like interviewed Raising Cane's. It's just like with the headset, and the chicken fingers. Anyhow, all right. Well, you guys got Indiana big in this one. They cover.
No, I'm going Indiana by a touchdown.
I'm going to go Indiana 27-17. So lower scoring game, but 10-point win.
It's funny because I'm sitting here going like Miami's going to keep this close, and then it's like first snap, Carson Beck pick 6, and we're going, oh, okay, yeah.
Change the channel.
I'll go Indiana 17, Miami 10.
All right. Well, anything else before we go?
What a year in college football.
What a year. It's over.
What a weird
Golf
year. It is.
season.